This person fought against their feelings. They denied it to themselves, tried to convince themselves it was just a passing phase. But now there's no more escape. They understand. They've never loved anyone the way they love you. They've never felt something so strong, so uncontrollable. For a long time they ignored the obvious, but fate made sure to put everything in its place. And now, is there still time? Did this love survive the wait? The truth has been spoken, and it changes everything. This statement wasn't made on impulse. It wasn't crafted to tug at your heartstrings or to elicit a predictable response. It's the truth, raw, intense, impossible to ignore. For so long this person thought they could simply move on, erase the memories, silence the voice of longing, turn what they felt into nothing. But time didn't erase anything, distance didn't solve it, and denial only served to make everything clearer. I've never loved anyone like this. I've never felt something so visceral. And now there's no more hiding. There's no more pretending that it doesn't matter. What seemed like a whim of the heart has become something greater than any logic, greater than any resistance. Maybe you felt the same way. Perhaps you've waited for this confession for so long that now that it finally came, you don't know whether to believe it, you don't know if it's still worth it. But this person knows. They know they shouldn't have left. They know that silence came at a high cost, that every day spent apart was a mistake, that every attempt to convince themselves that you were no different was a desperate lie. But now there's no turning back. What happens next depends on you. The pain of absence has never felt so real. The world moved on, but nothing makes sense like it once did. Everything has lost its luster. Moments that once felt simple now carry an unbearable weight. And what hurts the most? The fear that it might already be too late. Because maybe you moved on. Maybe you learned to live without that presence. Maybe you found someone who makes you smile like before. Maybe you convinced yourself that this love doesn't matter anymore. But is it true? Deep down, isn't there a part of you that didn't hope for exactly this? This person has never loved anyone like that. They never allowed themselves to feel something so deep, so overwhelming, so impossible to forget. And now, faced with this truth, there's only one question that needs answering. Do you still want to know what could have been? The days passed, and even when you tried not to think about it, you were always there. In the details, in the songs, in the streets that seemed emptier without you. Every moment was a reminder that something essential was missing. And now that the courage has finally come, now that the words have been said, everything could change if you're still out there. If there's still time. If that feeling still exists in you, as it never stopped existing here. This person stands before a single chance to make things right. But for that, they need to know, do you still believe in this love? Say something. Respond. Even if it's to say that it no longer makes a difference, because silence has already been a mistake too big to repeat. If there's still a way, this person is willing to travel it. They are ready to face everything, to rebuild whatever is necessary, to prove that love never stopped existing. But if it's too late, if all of this is just a memory for you now, then let that truth be spoken at least once without regrets. I never loved anyone like this. I will never love again. And if this love is a closed chapter for you, then let it be clear that for this person, it never ended. These words weren't spoken to impress. They aren't a game, nor an attempt to rewrite the past with beautiful phrases. They are real, and they carry the weight of everything that wasn't said before. Everything that was ignored when there was still time to avoid making so many mistakes. Silence was a mistake. Pride was a waste. Fear was a prison. But the truth always finds a way to emerge, no matter how hard we try to suffocate it. And now, it's here. Clear. Undeniable. Immutable. I've never loved anyone this way. I've never felt something so strong, so right, and yet so hard to admit. And the time that has passed hasn't changed that. It has only made it impossible to keep pretending. Now there's just one question left. Do you still feel the same? You can say yes, you can say no. But whatever it is, I need to know. Because moving forward without that answer is no longer an option. Because uncertainty eats away at me more than rejection. And not knowing where this ends keeps me from moving in any other direction. If you say it's over, I'll accept it. I'll learn to carry that truth and move on with it. But if there's still something there, Then tell me. Give me a reason to believe that this confession didn't come too late. If there's the last thread of hope, it's in your hands now. And whatever your answer is, I need to hear it. Time doesn't go backward. The words that weren't spoken can't be erased. The wrong choices are still open wounds. But what if there's still a path? What if this love, which never ceased to exist, can still find a place to start anew? I'm here, facing a truth I can no longer deny. Now, I just need to know if you're still there to listen, because no matter how much everything has changed, one thing remains the same. I've never loved someone like this. I will never love. I could have said this earlier. I could have done something different, taken another path, chosen a different attitude, but I didn't. I stayed silent when I should have spoken up. I stood still when I should have chased after what I wanted. And now I'm here, saying what I should have said a long time ago. The love I tried to deny never disappeared. I've never loved anyone like this. I never will again. And if you think this is an exaggeration, if you believe this feeling is just another interrupted story, know that nothing has been forgotten. Every word, every glance, every detail remains here, untouched, as if time has passed over everything but me. Life went on. The world turned. But what I felt for you remained. And now, what's left? What else can be done? That only you can say. I know things have changed. I know you might have already found another path. Someone else, another reason to smile. And I should accept that. I should come to terms with it. But how can I do that when, each passing day, I realize that nothing, absolutely nothing, compares to what I felt, and still feel, for you? I tried to deceive myself. I tried to pretend that moving on was easy. I tried to believe that with time everything would be resolved, but the truth is, nothing has been resolved. Nothing was enough to erase you. If I say I don't think about what could have been, I would be lying. If I say I never ask myself what if every night, I would be omitting the one thing that truly matters. Time has passed, but love remained. And now I need to know, is there still something there? Is there still a path for us? Or has this story already ended for you? Because, for me, it never did. I know you can simply ignore this. You can pretend you never read it. You can choose to move on without looking back, but I can't go on without at least trying. Without at least saying what's been trapped inside me for so long. I've never loved anyone like this. And if there's the slightest chance that you still feel something, I need to know, because I can't live on assumptions anymore. I can't go on without this answer. If it's too late, just tell me. If this love means nothing to you anymore, just let me know. But if there's still something, if there's still a spark of that feeling inside you, then let me fight for it. The mistakes of the past can't be erased. The choices we made brought us to this point. But what happens now? It's still in your hands. And I know it might be hard for you to believe every word I'm saying. I know that maybe time has made you doubt everything. But I have never been so sure of anything as I am now. And all I want is an answer. Any answer. Do you still feel anything? Is there still a we to save? Or is all this just a memory for you now? If there's still a way, I will follow it to the end. But if all this is just an echo of the past, then for the first time I will accept that. I will learn to live without this love, even if I never find another like it. Because regardless of your answer, one thing will never change. I have never loved anyone like this. I will never love. The waiting hurts more than the answer. The uncertainty is a weight I can no longer bear. If this love still lives in you, let me know. If there's still a way, give me a sign. But if everything has already died, tell me that too. Let me go, let me move on without illusions, because this doubt destroys me more than any farewell. And if this is the end, at least let me hear it from you. Because I have never loved anyone like this, and I never will. There's nothing more I can say without your answer. If there's still something, tell me. If it's too late, let me know. Because after everything, only one thing remains true. I have never loved anyone like this. I never will. And this truth doesn't change, no matter what happens now. No matter your answer. No matter the silence. I know what I feel. I know what it meant. I know what it still means, but you need to tell me. I need an answer. any answer. If there's still something, let me know. If there's still a chance, I'll hold on to it with everything I have. But if it's too late, if that love no longer lives in you, then just tell me. Give me that last gift, the truth. Because staying trapped in this doubt, in this maybe, in this never-ending what if, is destroying me. And I don't know how much longer I can live like this. I look back and see all the moments I let slip away, all the chances I had to say this before, all the times I chose silence when I should have spoken. Fear silenced me, pride blinded me, time distanced me. But none of that erased you. Nothing was enough to make this love disappear. And now only this last question remains. Is there something within you that still belongs to me? Or is all that's left just a name that no longer means anything? I know it might be too late. I know that this message may never receive a response, but I needed to say it, because this is my truth. And if for some reason, in some corner of your heart, you still feel something, then please let me know, because I've never loved anyone like this. I will never love again. And this isn't just a phrase. It's not just an impulse or a desperate attempt to regain something that's already lost. It's a confession. It's the truth I've carried with me all these days, all these months, perhaps all these years without you. I don't know what you will do with this. I don't know if you will read it and simply brush it aside, as if it were too late, as if you've already forgotten. But what I do know is that I can't keep this inside me any longer, because the doubt is destroying me. The silence is suffocating me. And if there's still any part of you that wonders what could have been, then tell me. If there's still something, even if it's just a remnant of what we once were, give me a sign. I know that maybe you don't trust me anymore. I know that you might think this confession comes too late, and maybe it really does. Maybe you've already moved on to a place where I no longer fit in, but if there's still a space, no matter how small, I want to occupy it. Not to relive what has passed, not to pretend that nothing happened, but to understand if there's still a future for us, because this love has never died in me. It has survived everything. I just don't know if it has survived in you. Time hasn't healed. Distance hasn't erased. The attempts to forget were useless. And now all that's left is this confession, the truth that can no longer be denied. If it's too late, tell me. If everything has already ended for you, let me know. But if there's still something, even if it's small, even if it's hidden, then let me fight for it. Because I have never loved someone like this. I will never love anyone else, and what if it is too late? What if all the words I've held on to for so long no longer mean anything to you? I don't know, but I do know that I can't carry this weight alone anymore. I tried to move on. I tried to convince myself that everything was over, but the truth has always been there, pulling me back to you. What I feel has never disappeared. It has never worn out, never been replaced. I thought time could erase it, but it only showed me that some things are forever, even when they shouldn't be. And now I'm here, saying what I should have said a long time ago. I don't know what your reaction will be. I don't know if these words will mean anything to you, but I needed you to know, because I have never loved someone like this. I will never love anyone else. And if there's still something inside you, any trace of that love, then tell me. I don't want to live in doubt. I don't want to spend the rest of my life asking, what if? If there's still a path for us, I need to know. But if it's too late, tell me that too. Because silence destroys more than the truth. Now everything is in your hands. And now, what would you do if someone confessed this to you? Comment below. Do you believe that true love can withstand the test of time and distance? Or when something ends, is there no going back? If this message touched your heart, give it a like and subscribe to the channel. It helps me keep bringing stories like this. Hit the notification bell to receive the upcoming videos and share your thoughts in the comments. Have you ever experienced something similar? Tell me. I want to hear your story, because in the end, some words need to be said before it's too late.